Barbie. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Barbie.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Logan Green.
And I'm Juliana Jackson.
Happy Halloween! As you can see, we are looking very festive today.
Yes, Minnie Mouse. I love the outfit as a
Thank
huge
you.
Disney fan. So.
Yes, I'm a huge Disney fan as well, so it was nothing for me to go as Minnie Mouse.
Yes, and I am Barbie. So who would have guessed? Well, NewsWatch isn't the only one celebrating today.
That's right, Juliana. The city of Oxford is celebrating Halloween in its own unique way. Every year, students, faculties, and local residents team up to decorate homes, storefronts with spooky decorations that are at times inspiring to creepy and sometimes just scary. If you drive by the town, you can see a range of decorations, like pumpkins on the porch to complicated displays on houses. The little town of Oxford does it big with Halloween, and it is something that they take pride in.
Even Ole Miss is hosting its very own Halloween celebration. Today, the William McGee Center hosted Halloween on the Plaza in front of the Student Union. Students were able to get their spooky on from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The McGee Center gave out free snacks, pumpkin painting, and relaxed rebs, which is a self-care kit that helps students relax. No pun intended.
Well, you can't have Halloween without including trick-or-treating.
That's right, Logan. It's the day that every young child looks forward to, but that doesn't mean you can't be safe. The Lafayette Police Department announced on X several safety tips that parents and guardians can do to protect the little ones.
They encourage trick-or-treaters to stay in groups, avoid dark areas, check all candy, try to stay on sidewalks, use flashlights or glow sticks, and look both ways before crossing the street.
These are just a few ways to help children, but there are still tons of other ways that children can get hurt and even killed. CNN Mandy Gaither has ways to help prevent safety scares this holiday.
It's time for carved pumpkins, costumes, and candy. But before you head out this Halloween, make sure your trick-or-treaters stay safe.
You want to make sure that you are very, very well seen. Have some sort of reflective tape both on your costume itself and also on your outerwear.
Before you go out, the American Red Cross says to also remove anything on a costume that may cause a child to trip and to be aware of fire hazards.
Some of the materials that are used for costumes are actually flammable. So stay away from those really beautiful jack-o'-lanterns that so many folks will have on their properties and on their front stoops.
Older kids should let parents know their trick-or-treat route, while younger children should only go to well-lit homes with an adult.
If there is a porch light on, or maybe folks have a presence in the yard, in the driveway, that is your sign to know to be able to come up and visit.
Walk on sidewalks, not in the street, making sure to look both ways before crossing. And those handing out candy can help children stay safe by securing pets.
And of course, having people visiting with masks and unfamiliar costumes can be a little scary. So the more you can kind of prevent your pet from being in that situation, the safer it is for everyone.
Finally, make sure an adult examines the candy before it's consumed.
To remove anything that could cause allergic reactions, to remove anything that may be something you're not familiar with, or any kind of choking hazards for younger children.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, I know this is an exciting time of the year for kids and big kids at heart, but it's especially helpful to be aware of your surroundings and take all the safety precautions.
Exactly, Logan. Always be aware of your surroundings and make sure you always have an adult or parent on hand.
Yes.
We wrapped up our homecoming over the weekend with some fun outside. There was a homecoming parade that featured Mr. and Mrs. Ole Miss, your homecoming queen, homecoming king, and other elected officials. This was a fun activity for friends and family, and also Oxford pets.
Speaking of homecoming, last week we had the opportunity to sit down with those who won and hear from them. NewsWatch Garyana Williams spoke with Miss Ole Miss to hear about how she campaigned and how she felt about winning the title.
That's right, I'm NewsWatch reporter Garyana Williams, and I'm here with Miss Ole Miss, Sam Sipp. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sam. How are you?
I'm great, I can't complain.
What was your initial reaction when you found out you won?
I just couldn't believe that I heard my name. My individual kneecaps were shaking, I felt like I was sinking, and I was just beyond ecstatic.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What made you want to run for Miss Ole Miss?
So originally my friends had talked about it. They were like, Sam, maybe you should run for something in homecoming. And I was like, oh, maybe not, maybe not. But in my sorority, they usually put somebody up so they'll fund them. And they asked if they could put me up for Miss Ole Miss. They thought that I could do a great job with it. And I had like 48 hours to decide, and I really thought about it. I talked to like my parents, and I was like, you know what, for all the university has done for me, this is the least I could do to give back to the university. So that's what I decided, yeah.
Well, speaking of sorority, what other organizations are you a part of on campus?
So I'm Ole Miss ambassador, so like a tour guide. I'm a school of education ambassador. I'm a student leader for the campus ministry crew. And then in my sorority, I've been involved in several things. Most importantly, I've been the chaplain for the last 2 years.
Are you a part of anything off campus?
Off campus, I'm involved in a few things in our community. Most importantly, I'm a student teacher right now at the Upper Lafayette Elementary School. It's so much fun.
Okay, what are the responsibilities that come with being Miss Ole Miss?
So basically, me and Mr. Ole Miss, Tennille, will represent the university at large. We'll speak at events, and then we'll continue our philanthropy.
What is your favorite part of homecoming week?
Well, my favorite part of homecoming week will probably have to be the parade. Just seeing how all of the Oxford and Ole Miss community comes together. I just get to sit in the car and wave and see all my friends. It's so much fun.
You don't have to say anything, right? You just
Yeah,
wave.
no, I'll just wave. I wish I could talk to everybody, though.
Well, I'm so glad you came to speak with us.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything else that you want to say about homecoming week or anything else you expect to happen?
No, I'm just beyond excited, and I'm just honored to represent the university in this position.
Well, thank you again for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
And back to you guys at the desk.
Once again, congratulations to our Miss Ole Miss. Coming up after the break, we have some more serious stories that took place over Halloween weekend.
2 women have been charged for vandalism here in Oxford, and 15 people were shot at a Chicago Halloween party. These stories and more after the break. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Hey, Mississippi.
Hey, Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
Because picking up litter costs us time
and money.
MDOT spends $3.2 million a year picking up litter.
That's money that could be used to maintain roads and bridges,
Patch potholes.
and focus on improving Mississippi's infrastructure.
Please help us help you.
We can't do it without you. Don't trash Mississippi.
Don't trash Mississippi.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I'm here at the scene of tomorrow's shooting, where a 15-year-old will kill 4 children, 2 adults, and then turn the gun on himself.
When the shooting starts happening tomorrow, first I'll probably just think it's firecrackers or a car backfiring or something.
He told some of us that his dad kept the gun in his closet, and he always talked about using it on, you know, the people that bullied him. Tomorrow I'll probably say that I wish I told someone.
You know, after the shooting, we're gonna feel pretty bad about picking on him, but until then, we'll probably just keep doing it because he's pretty weird.
Tomorrow I'll probably point out that something has seemed off with him since the beginning of the school year.
And I'm now joined by the officers who will be the first responders tomorrow. What additional details can you share with us?
Well, someone is expected to tell us after the shooting that the shooter has been posting on social media about doing this for weeks.
So how will you explain the shooting to your daughter?
Actually, I won't get to explain it to her because she won't make it.
This is Christine Lynn, reporting from the scene of another shooting. We'll say we never saw coming.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. A haunted house hayride was shut down because of an injury. A teenager worker is in critical condition after getting dragged under a tractor. Katie Bennett reports.
Haunted hayride closed. Seven Cedars Farm is a ghost town after a 14-year-old girl was struck Saturday night by a trailer carrying about 30 people.
The individual that was struck was an employee there. She was an actor, and she got caught up underneath the trailer and got dragged and got enlarged with the rear wheels.
Smithfield fire officials say the incident happened in the woods around 8.
I was fortunate enough that the operator of the tractor, when he realized there was a problem going behind him, stopped it immediately. He was assisted by other occupants that were on that trailer and physically had to lift her up. So the trailer was probably about 25 feet long, probably 10 feet wide. They had to lift that off of her.
The teen was taken to Hasbro Children's Hospital with what authorities described as critical injuries. Officials say those include broken bones. After the incident, the farm shut down the operation. One woman told NBC 10 off camera she was waiting in line at the time when an announcement was made about the accident. She says first responders were quickly on scene, adding she came for a fright night and got a real horror. After investigating, officials had cleared hayrides to happen on Sunday, but without actors. But on social media, the farm shared there would be no more this season, saying in part, "We felt it was the right thing to do, and there was no way we could have carried on after that." The Post also says, "We are absolutely devastated by this incident, and we want to send our thoughts and prayers to the actor and her family involved. We are completely heartbroken over this, and we hope she has a speedy recovery."
At least 15 people were shot in a Halloween party gone wrong in Chicago early Sunday morning. Local officials say a gunman fired into the crowd and then ran away. Authorities quickly identified alleged shooter, 48-year-old William Groves, nearby and arrested him. He's since been charged with 15 counts of attempted murder. Authorities also recovered the gun. The victims include 6 women and 9 men between the ages of 26 and 53. 2 have critical injuries. Groves is currently under investigation. Chief Police Officer Larry Snelling has more information on the suspect.
He's a convicted felon who shouldn't have had a gun. Again, he's a convicted felon who should not have had a gun.
19-year-old Abigail Fuqua of Virginia and 18-year-old Madison Brown of North Carolina has been arrested and charged by the Oxford Police Department with felony malicious mischief. On October 24th, the 2 females vandalized the newly opened Pocket Park located next to City Hall. The cost to repair and replace the fountain and other damages were $4,700. Fuqua and Brown were taken to municipal court for their initial bond, and hearings was each issued a $5,000 bond.
A Lafayette County man has been found guilty of the second-degree murder of his wife. Antati Archie Swims was found dead in her home on June 11, 2021. She was shot 3 times after a heated argument with her husband, David Lee Swims Jr., which he claims was in self-defense. Swims remained with her body for 2 days before contacting police. He was sentenced to 38 years in prison. A federal judge dismisses Brett Favre's defamation lawsuit against TV personality and fellow retired NFL player Shannon Sharpe. Favre sued Sharpe back in February, saying he made egregiously false statements about him on the Fox Sports talk show, Skip and Shannon Undisputed. However, the ruling from the judge says that Sharpe used constitutionally protected speech on a sports broadcast when criticizing Favre's connection to the welfare misspending case. Sharpe thanked his legal team on social media for getting the victory. However, Favre's legal team disagrees with the ruling, saying that Sharpe's comments were unquestionably false and defamatory. Halloween is here, and one Florida family has transformed their house with some creative decor to a swamp theme. Beth Townsend is the mastermind behind this spooky Florida swamp. She says she created nearly everything by hand, from the scarecrows to the big alligator mouth. Townsend says many of the materials were either bought secondhand or found in the woods. And after Halloween, the family plans to give it all away. The big alligator mouth will be donated to Miami Zoo. The family's already planning a Game of Thrones theme for next year. Well, this Halloween brought in some chilling temperatures. Celeste, can you tell us what's been going on with these crazy temperatures and what we can expect for the rest of today?
Of course. Well, you know, it's always a good thing to be green on Halloween. For tonight, we are going to see current temperatures at 51 degrees with clear skies, winds blowing in the northwest direction at 14 miles per hour, so it's going to be a little bit chillier tonight. I'll have more on weather after the break.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Is my light bright enough? You're such a glow-off.
Well, you know.
lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Celeste Lay, your weather anchor for tonight. Our current temperature is at 51 degrees with clear skies. We're winds heading in that northwest direction at 14 miles per hour and 0 precipitation. Now looking across North Mississippi, we're going to see South Haven at 50, Holly Springs at 50, Corinth at 51, Oxford at 51, and Tupelo at 53. And currently, Lafayette County is under a freeze warning until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Now tonight's forecast, it's going to drop down into 27 degrees. So if you're going out for Halloween tonight, be sure to, pack a jacket, wear some comfy pants, stay warm because we don't want to get y'all sick. Clear skies tonight, northwest winds going at 10 miles per hour and 0 precipitation. Tomorrow's forecast, it's going to jump up just a little bit to 49 degrees. It's going to be frosty in the morning and then clear skies for the rest of the day. Wind will be a little bit less chilly, so just be sure to pack a jacket for school. And across North Mississippi for North Mississippi tomorrow, South Haven, we're going to see all across that it's going to be in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Now looking at a 5-day forecast, we're going to see that it's going to get a little warmer as we head towards the weekend, but for Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be in the mid-50s, lower 40s, so just be prepared for that this weekend.
Thank you, Celeste.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I love that it's cold. I feel like when you think of Halloween, you think of cold. I'm done with the heat. I'm just ready for the cold. I don't know about you guys, but I love it.
Yeah, I had a little change up my outfit for tonight. Might put on a little coat or something, but
coming from Texas, I'm used to the heat, so I love the cold weather.
Yes. And do we have anything spooky going on in sports?
Yeah, the next two games versus A&M and Georgia, that's going to get spooky, and that's right in the heart of the schedule. And coming up, the head football coach Lane Kiffin spoke to the media yesterday, and quarterback Jackson Dart adds to his list of awards. I'll have that and more up next in sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Halloween. I'm Jason Kern with Sports Watch. Head football coach Lane Kiffin spoke to the media yesterday ahead of Saturday's game versus Texas A&M and gave his thoughts about his team hitting the top 10 for the third straight year in a row.
You know, it says a lot about our players, our coaches, our fans, but what really matters is where do you finish at the end of the year. You know, so that's our goal, you know, to keep getting better, keep winning games. You know, we try to, you know, achieve our goals and not let others achieve their goals. I think I read where Jimbo said their goal is to be bowl eligible. So if we can get in the way of that, that would be good for us too.
The Rebels take on the Aggies at 11 a.m. The game will be aired on ESPN, where you can catch all of the action. And staying on the topic of Rebel football, quarterback Jackson Dart has been named one of 35 quarterbacks nationally ranked on the Davey O'Brien quarterback class of 2023. Each honoree is now an official candidate to win the award, which is one of the most prestigious national quarterback awards. Dart was also recently added to both the Maxwell Award and the Manning Award watch lists. So far this season, Dart stands at 136 of 211 for 2,080 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He is also starting to climb the several all-time lists at Ole Miss. He now ranks 8th in passing touchdowns with 34 and 9th in total offense with 5,994. And the World Series is heating up. Last night, the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks in Game 3 and now lead the series 2-1. Despite losing both starting pitcher Max Scherzer to back spasms after only 3 innings and star right fielder Adolis Garcia to left side tightness late, the Texas Rangers were able to pull off through an emergency. The Rangers also extended their road winning streak to 9-0 this postseason. Game 4 of the World Series will be played tonight and aired on Fox at 7 p.m. And finally, with some NFL news, the Lions beat the Raiders in yesterday's Monday Night Football matchup. The rookies from Detroit played a big role in the win. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs ran for a season-high 152 yards and a touchdown, and tight end Sam Laporta had 8 receptions for 57 yards with the score. Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo finally returned to the field last night after being out with a back injury. But he struggled as he was sacked 6 times and threw his 9th interception of the season. The Lions are now 6-2 and are leading the NFC North. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on X at rebel_watch for the latest sports updates.
They call me Prince.
Coming up next.
Plus, see how window washers was joy this Halloween. NewsWatch will be right back after the break.
Like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to our NewsWatch Halloween show. Halloween brings spooky movies and spooky costumes, but it can also bring some very happy moments.
That's right, Juliana. This New York artist put a smile on a lot of people's faces. A photographer is now showing the world the outlandish behavior that occurs in a New York City subway during Halloween.
For over 2 decades, photographer Seymour Light has documented the peculiar partygoers he's witnessed in the underground stations during the spooky holiday. Now, after over 20 years, he has put together a book called Halloween Underground.
With the appearances of classic horror villains, gooder angels, a frog prince, and others, Seymour Light feels that his work will truly showcase the fantastical ride to the underbelly of New York City.
And the photographer wasn't the only one putting smiles on faces. A group of window washers made a difference today and headed to a children's hospital dressed up in superhero costumes. Jessica Goy has more on the story.
These superheroes aren't fighting crime this Halloween, they're fighting grime on the windows of UPMC Children's Hospital.
I think it's awesome. I have a daughter that's in there. She just got over the RS virus. And I think it's wonderful. She just got done seeing Batman.
Spider-Man, Captain America, Batman, and Superman rappel down the side of the building to cheer up patients in the rooms.
As a father, and I say other people can agree, is like when you see a child happy, it's a wonderful thing. You know, you don't want to see no kid unhappy or having a bad day. Even if it's for a couple minutes out of the day today, we put a smile on their face. We love it, and we hope they do too.
For nearly 10 years, workers from Allegheny Window Cleaning have been putting on the comic book costumes before cleaning the windows. Superman said it's all about making the day better for everyone in the hospital.
It's wonderful for the kids. They come running to the windows and want to high five us and thumbs up, and the parents love it. The staff loves it. It's a great day.
She's like, Mom, I seen Batman. She's excited.
The superhero window washers swing by Children's twice a year. They'll be back in the spring.
It absolutely brightens our day. You know, we love it.
And not all heroes wear capes. They walk the hospital's halls every day.
Well, just like last year, NewsWatch hosted its very own costume contest.
And we had tons of funny and crazy costumes come our way.
From dogs dressed as minions and kids dressed as superheroes, it was definitely very fun going through all the submissions.
But of course, guys, we have to pick just one winner after going through all the costumes. We couldn't just choose one, actually.
No. So, drum roll, please. The winners of our Halloween costume contest are the Migos and an Among Us character. Editor of Daily Mississippian, Will Jones, dressed as an Orange Among Us character, and our very own executive producer, Ebony Anderson, and her friends, dressed as the Migos. Ebony is the one to the right, looking very clean as the late Migos member, Takeoff. Well, I personally love Migos. I got to see Takeoff when he came here to Ole Miss last year, and it was just so much fun.
Yes, I personally love the Among Us character. I think that was great.
Yes. Well, that's all we have tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Juliana Jackson.
And I'm Logan Green with your latest news.
I'm Jason Kern with Sports Watch.
And with Stormwatch, I'm Celeste Slay.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.